Hello and welcome to Post to Post, the channel where we discuss all things hockey in all teams. Recently, the Edmonton Oilers eliminated the San Jose Sharks. I thought it was going to go to 7 games. It didn't. Edmonton got it done in 6. Were you surprised by this?
No, I wasn't. I actually picked Edmonton to win. Not in as many games as they did, though. But I looked at San Jose as an aging club, and losing the presence of Joe Thornton really hurt them for the games he was out. No, I'm not shocked with it at all. Edmonton's kind of going into the playoffs firing on all cylinders like Pittsburgh last year. They're red hot right now, and a lot of these guys are getting their first taste of playoff atmosphere, and they're digging in and taking advantage of it and having fun. This team is having fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
You see it on all the players' faces.
I wasn't surprised about the aging San Jose core.
Right.
But I was surprised with the play of Martin Jones. At the beginning of the series, he looked so soft, and he let in lots of 5-hole goals. But I will say in the last 2 games, he played really, really well. He made some absolutely incredible saves. But yeah, like you said, Edmonton's just having fun right now. And Maroon and Draisaitl and McDavid and Talbot are all playing really, really well. And we can't forget to mention Cassian. He's having a great series. Talbot's just doing his Talbot thing, playing amazing and consistent, and minus that 1 game, but
yes, that 1 game we shall never mention.
He played a lot of hockey this year, and he doesn't look tired.
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, he started more games than any goalie in the NHL this year. He's showing absolutely no signs of fatigue, so obviously they're going to keep riding the guy. He's one of the main reasons why they are in the playoffs and why they've made it out of the first round. He was really good, minus that 7-0 blowout. But I was actually kind of pissed off he was snubbed for the Vezina, to be honest, because that's how good of a year he's had.
I think a lot of people were, and I actually agree. I don't think Carey Price should have been in the conversation. His numbers, some of his numbers were better than Talbot's, but I thought Talbot was more consistent, and I just think he was, he played a lot of games.
Yep.
That alone is impressive.
Yeah, and the fact that he is one of the key reasons that Edmonton is in the playoffs for the first time in how many years? I don't even want to say it. Because it just kind of makes people go, ooh, it was really that long? 11? Yes, it was. It was that long. This would have been the 11th year.
Yeah, 11th.
Because they haven't made the playoffs since they went right to the Cup final in 06. So this would have been the 11th year if they hadn't missed again.
That's crazy.
It's insane.
Yeah.
But McDavid, another guy, he did amazing in this opening round. So full kudos to him.
Yeah, he wasn't lighting this up the lamp and being that superstar, but he played a really consistent and solid series.
Yeah.
I think that Couture and him had a lot of awesome battles.
Yeah, they did.
And McDavid was really frustrated at times, and you could tell he was being physical. He was being I don't want to say he was being dirty, but he was being being on the edge a little bit.
Well, that's good.
And
that means
that is good, yeah.
He's competing. He's drawn in, and that's what you need, especially from your captain, right? That's the type of play that you need from him.
Yeah.
Now, I also noticed in this opening series that right away I thought, well, there could be a little bit of playoff jitters here, right? Because a lot of these young kids have never played in the playoffs before. But man, right away, even after that first period, I thought, well, okay, I guess there's not going to be any jitters here.
Yeah, exactly.
Because right out of the gate, I thought the team played very, very well. A lot of it probably due to McLellan. I mean, he's a team that has, he's a coach that has taken teams on, some decent playoff runs. So he does have a lot of playoff games under his belt as a coach. So he brings that to the club, which is great. But again, McDavid to me did really well. And of course, he's not going to get, as Pierre Maguire would say, the time and space in the playoffs as he would in the regular season. And I thought McDavid kind of adapted a little bit in order to create time and space, which not often I saw from him in the regular season. He's purely off the rush type guy, right?
Yeah.
But obviously you're not going to get 2-on-1s all the time in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to be tight checking, finishing their checks, that sort of thing. So McDavid kind of elevated his physical play a little bit in order to create that space. So kudos to him there.
How do you think McClellan feels about eliminating his former team.
Oh, I'm sure he feels amazing.
Yeah,
because if I was a player who went from one team to the next, via trade, or if I was fired as a coach, hired by a different team, I would want to beat my former club.
Yeah.
Just because I'd have a lot of solid friendships with a lot of people on that team. So, hey, it's bragging rights, right?
Exactly.
You can throw a little cheap shot in there.
It's
hey, yeah, I beat you out.
Tortorella and Sullivan?
Yeah,
they coached together.
Yeah, they did, and that was Well, yeah, I won't get into that because that's a totally different topic. But I could really go on a rhyme about John Tortorella.
Yeah, we'll save that for another time.
My hands are shaking.
How do you think San Jose is going to do next year?
I think they're going to do a lot worse. I think they are slowly getting into the atmosphere of what the Vancouver Canucks are at right now.
Yeah, that's a good
comparison. And, Vancouver's an aging team in a lot of areas. And unfortunately, they missed that window when the Sedin twins were in their prime. It's over now. And the Vancouver Canucks are not going to be a playoff team for quite a few years, in my opinion. And I think San Jose have missed their window of opportunity. They had their chance last year, but unfortunately, they just couldn't get it done in the Stanley Cup final. And now the team's just getting older with every passing season. And that core group of guys, unfortunately, are just not going to be able to get it done in the next coming years. And I think San Jose has to focus to the future and start to build around these guys being on the out.
Yeah, and they do have some key young players and stuff that they get to build around. But there's going to be a huge culture change in San Jose, and it's going to be interesting to see the progression of the team over the next 5 years.
In my opinion, it's going to be a very sad day when Marleau hangs up the skates, because he, is the lifeblood of San Jose, in my opinion. When I think San Jose, I think Patrick Marleau.
Yeah,
they go two and two together.
One of the greatest players to never win a Stanley Cup.
Yeah, Joe Thornton had him to the list, and ironically, they both play for the same team.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty crazy. But how do you think Edmonton will do next year?
That one's kind of a toss-up, because I already look at Edmonton and think, wow, they've overachieved, right? How they finished the season compared to the 10 years before, and now all of a sudden they're in the second round of the playoffs. I mean, man, would I have predicted this going into the season this year? Never. Would I have predicted it at the end of the season? Yeah, because I did peg Edmonton to go on, just because they were playing San Jose. Can they do it again next year? I really don't know, to be honest.
In my opinion, I think they'll be about the same.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to walk away with a division, but I think they'll be in the mix of second, third, maybe first. Who knows? But I think it'll be close. It's going to be interesting to see Edmonton over the next couple of years. They've got a lot of things to look forward to.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it, again, poor Talbot. I keep talking about Talbot. A lot of it will be, can Talbot have the same year next year as he did this year?
Yeah.
He hasn't exactly had a lot of seasons under his belt as the starting goalie for any team. So can he do it again next year? I think so.
I think so too. Yeah. So I guess that wraps it up. We've completed all of the first round videos. Yay!
Hey, first round.
First round's over, and now we're going to move on to, talking about the second round, and we'll film that tomorrow and hopefully post it before the games start for the second round.
Yeah. That
would be ideal. Otherwise, so we'll see you in that video. And if you're new here, I hope you hit the subscribe button down below. We're making videos all the time. If you like this video, hit the like button. And otherwise, we'll see you in the next video. Adios. If you like this video, hit the like button. And otherwise, we'll see you in the next video. Adios.
Again.
I hate outros.
That is excellent. We're making lots of videos.
Hope you can come check out our new videos.
That was awesome.